Hello students, in this class we'll see more about arrays. Okay, in our last few classes we discussed basic of array and some doubts regarding array. In this class we'll see more about it. Understand it using simple example. So int a equals 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For int I equals 0, I is less than a dot I plus plus. First see what I'm doing and then I'll tell you what was going on. Few things related with array I'm just trying to tell you. Value of a I, you know what I'm doing? Formatted output I'm just trying. Save it and one dot oh my god. Look how nice it is working. It worked nicely. This is another way of initializing. In last two videos we have seen how we can initialize the other way. This is another way. A bracket and then where you are not specifying the number of pockets and as many numbers will put, it will take that. And in our last class we also saw that integer is the largest range where we can do this. And the new thing here is this a dot length. A dot length means what? You can simply put it out also like this or like this. Int l equals a dot. This does what? This simply counts the number of object, number of pockets, number of elements in array. Okay. So if you have got any array, if you want to know how many elements are there, then you can simply use the length keyword to know this. Look, number of elements 5. How? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you'll increase it, then also see what happens. Now the number of elements has increased. 13 elements are there, and the loop also is working along with that. Okay. So this length function works this way. So this is the one way. Another thing we can do with arrays, this. Need to change. First, let me make the point clear, and then I'll explain it to you. Okay. Although most of you might be understanding what I'm trying to look. So this is one way of looping till the end of the loop. This is another way using for loop that we can do it. This is normally a variable. This colon and then the array's name is written. Then everything is done automatically. Okay. So till here, I mean, till here, till where? There. 1 second. There's some problem, I think. Our index are out of bound. Index 89. Oh, 1 second. So the error was because of what? Just I have made it simple. Huh? Look, what is happening in this way? Just see the output once again, and then no error, and then look from here till here. This is the output, and because of this line and this slash n and slash n, this space is there. Array in another way, and then this new type of loop. New type. You have not seen it before, but this is a new type of loop, especially meant for using arrays. Now, what this is doing? Here is some variable j and the name of array a and a separator colon. Okay. So this is the way of using array. Another way of using array. This is doing what? You can easily see the output and you can easily understand what it is doing. Whatever the value of a's first element is, that is 3, has become the value of j and is printed out. In the next round, automatically change and it became this and then this and then this and then this and like this. So this is the another way of using array. Means one by one, the element of this array is getting assigned to this and we are using this way. Simple. Now what? If you have understood this, you can input the number in array. You can do a lot of operations over them. So, I think in our last class, we have seen that how we can input a number and find the sum of those numbers. Okay. But let us do it once again also, that suppose that we have these set of numbers and we want the sum of these. Okay. So using both of the arrays, we can use this. After finding sum, we can find the average or any other calculation you can do. We get some variable like int sum and average. Okay, fine. Average, better to give it float. Now what? Sm equals, initialize it with 0 so that there's no confusion and doubt. Sm plus what? A I. Make one more variable, sm1 for another loop. We'll do the same thing here with a different variable, sm1 equal to sm1 plus j this time, just j. Both these things will do the same thing, but in a little different style. And you need to know both of them. Now you just product. If you want to get the average, calculate average. Sm divided by how many objects are there? 3. Or we can write like this also. Sm dot, like this also can do. Or simply just sum dot divided by 13. We know 13 elements are there. To find it, 13 you can do. Now system dot println sum sm average av. Okay, fine. Let's do the same thing with this array also. Sum1 and average 1 with variable av1. Where is av1? Make it also. Don't be confused, dear students. It's clear, and I'm just explaining every single bit because of all kind of students I have to. Few of you just complain that my videos are boring and all. So you know why they are boring. I mean, they are lengthy. They are full explanatory because this is for all kind of students, not for only smart students. Okay. Okay, fine. You can watch these codes just like this. I'm just demonstrating these codes. You can type these codes. You can see these codes anytime. There may be some errors, but let's not worry about errors. Let the compiler worry for this. Okay. Variable will not have been initialized. Okay, fine. Everyone, where is everyone? ab1 का कुछ वैल्यू ही नहीं है, इसलिए बता रहा है. ab1 यहाँ तो हुआ है, इनिशियलाइज नहीं किया है. इनिशियलाइज मींस you have not provided in value, so provide it. 7 by 13. So you can see the sum is this, and this sum was calculated because of this. Average is this, and this loop is also doing the same thing with a different variable sm1. Here also the same sum is there, same. Both the values are same, huh? And the average value is also same. Yes, can be done like this also. If you don't know the number of elements, you can also use like this a dot length. This also will work. Let us see this. Oh, ये भी काम कर रहा है. So this is how we have seen that how we can look. Now slowly this program has become a little complicated. It seems complicated, but it's not at all complicated. Okay, it's quite easy. Here we are defining array. We are getting the length of array. Here few variables we are defining. Here simple message there. Then loop starts and doing the sum. You have to understand this type of variable, how this works. No? Look, what is the logic behind this kind of I mean the statements or expressions? I have seen that few of you have confusion in this kind of issue, how it is calculating the sum. So let me make the point clear, very clear, students. You have to read it like which way? This is the assignment operator. This is the assignment operator. Okay, its task is to assign the value in the right hand side to the left hand side. Now what is instructed in the right hand side? This side, it is instructed that do the sum of sm plus a. Now if the value of sm you will find, if it is beginning, then you will find that the value of sm is 0. So this expression became what? 0 plus ai. Now what is the value of I? Since I is also in the first round, so it's 0, ai is 3. So this whole expression becomes 0 plus 3. So 0 plus 3 means what? 3. Now this 3 is assigned to sm. Now the value of the sm variable has changed. Value of sm variable has now changed. Variable name is variable. It has to vary. It varies, so its name is variable. It can change. So it has now changed, and now earlier it was 0. Now the sm values become 3. In the next round, when the I value become 1, it came down. What is the existing value of sm? Earlier it was changed to 3. So now this time the sm value is 3 ai. I's value is 1 now. So what is the I1? This is 4. So what it has become? 3 plus 4, that is 7. So now the new value of sm is 7. Now it went back to the loop. This time i's value is now 2. 0, 1, and now 2. So what is 0, 1, and 2? This is 5. So now what has it has become? 7. Earlier it was made 7 plus 5. 7 plus 5, 30. And this is how this loop keeps on going and going and going. And the sum of all these numbers get stored in this variable. And then finally, we are printing out the value of sm, the sum of all these elements of an average. You just know how to calculate. So this is how we can do it. Fine. Now I'll show you one example where we can find the value, find if it exists there or not in the loop. So for a while, let us do one thing. Let us simply just make these all comments. We don't want to run the loop again and again. We have seen already. Now let us try to make something else, that is finding the element in that array. So for this, let us do one thing. We want to input from user side that which number you want to find, and then we'll find that element in array, the way anything searches. I'm just trying to tell you how to search it linearly. Linear search, I'm telling you. It's easy, that's why. Now, make any variable like int r for searching. R equals to n dot next int. We will enter some number. That number will go to R, and we'll try to find whether that number is there in array or not. And if it is there, then in which place, at which pocket, in which pocket it is there. So how will you do that? Look, let's copy this loop. If R is equal to AI, if R is equal to AI means what? The AI, A0, A1, A2, A3 like this. Then what? If it is found, then we can say anything like println match found. Okay, ऐसा कुछ लिख दो. At index I. Just simple, index I. That's it. Searching is finished. Very simple. Yes, simple, no problem. Let us try to execute it. cannot find symbol. Oh, sorry. We need to create a scanner object also, no? That's why it's telling us. So you create it here only, wherever it is needed. Scanner in equals in new scanner system dot in, like this. Now if you do this in .next one, then it will easily find it and work will be done then. Look, number of elements in array. Enter number you want to look for. Suppose I want to look for the number 6 or 7 or 89. Then it says that match found index 7. You will see that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, like this. Now again you try to run it. Let us try to find 6. Match found at index 3 and at index 5. The number 6 is also at third index 3 and index 5. So this is how you can find search. So you have also learned how you can search it. Now if you have understood this, let us make this comment and we try to do something else. Let us try to use other kind of data types. We can use float, int, any type. We can try string also. String A, and then what? Give some string, some names, mango, apple, fruits name, grapes, any other name, pineapple. So 4 elements are okay. Okay, the rest of the things are same. Is there a dot length? We do not need this, but let it be there. I'll just remove it and remove this also. Actually, delete it. It was number of elements. Now fine. Now simple loop. We will copy this. And what? This line, just paste it here. Just want to show you that how array with string works. Simple. Save it. Run it and see the difference. How nicely it is working, you can see. And you can do any kind of string handling with that also. So we can see how well it is working with a string. So now let us see something else. Let us reset the program without a string, actually, as it was earlier. Fine. Like this it was earlier, fine. So this line doesn't work. We were testing that whether this works with a normal variable, the length keyword works with a normal, so it doesn't work. Okay, so remove it. So if you want to make a program to find the largest number among them, so we can do this. We can do it here with this code also. So remove this line. So these lines are not needed. Remove them. Just do one thing, assign A0, the first element, to R. If R is greater than AI, then what? If R is less than, अगर वो छोटा है, हमें बड़ा नंबर ढूंढना है. अगर R is greater than AI, then एक वेरिएबल और बना लेते हैं हम लोग, G, for greater number. इसको लेस देन कर दो. If r is less, what we have assigned to r, we have assigned the first element to r. पहला नंबर जो भी होगा उस array का उसे मैंने r में डाल दिया. फिर here I am comparing what if r is less than ai. अब ai तो चेंज होगा, ai का वैल्यू शुरू में 0 होगा, then it will be 1 and then 2. So if the value of r will be smaller than, r is smaller, that means that whatever value right now is there in ai is greater, so g will become ai. अभी तक वो सबसे बड़ा नंबर ai मिला, वो g का वैल्यू हो गया, and r will equal become ai. We can do it with one variable also, but let us make this thing simple. So after the end of loop, we'll have what? Greater number g. Rest is commented, so it will not work. Let us see how it is working. Variable not have been initialized, so give some initial value to it, like 0. It ran, but it did nothing. I think it was not properly saved. Oh, it didn't run it. Ah. Okay, this is the largest number in that series. Okay, yes, here it is. So due to this logic, this was done. It can be done with a single variable r only. Let us do it. Save it. I've removed g. Compile it. Run it. Actually, if you want to do the single variable, then you'll have to do some modifications. Although it was working nice with this spelling mistake, I also just watched.